Hey guys, so this is going to be my first video ever that is going to be about God. So pardon me if it's a little bit awkward, but I actually have another channel, so if you want to check that out. This channel is for me and my boyfriend, our little adventures together, so be sure to check us out or anything like that. But I'm kind of conscious right now. I feel like someone's listening to me because my boyfriend is on the other line and I muted him so he won't hear me. So how clever is that? But yeah. And as you can see, I'm having a lot of breakouts on my face right now because I was using the Body Shop facial. Anyway, no, I'm not even going to talk about that. This video is going to be about God, and I just want to share actually how much I've grown in my Christian life, how much I've become a mature person because, hold on. Yeah?
Am I still on speaker?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Stuff. I'm just browsing Facebook.
You what?
I'm just browsing Facebook. I just lied. Oh my goodness, I just lied. But anyways, I just want to share how much I've grown in my Christian life because I've been brought up in a Christian family, but we weren't the kind of Christians who would what do you call this, who would diligently go to Bible studies, who would attend church every single Sunday. We weren't like that. We didn't talk about God in the family table. And I attended a Catholic school for like 2/3 of my school life, and I thought when I was like in high school, I always thought that I'm gonna be a Catholic someday, like because I was a Christian attending a Catholic school, but I didn't really understand the norms in the religion, and but now I'm realizing that I disagree in like most of the Catholic beliefs. I don't have anything against Catholics. It's just my belief, and I respect Catholics. I have a lot of Catholic friends and we get along pretty awesome. But anyways, so whenever I go to church or to Bible studies, or whenever me and my boyfriend have our own Bible studies, our own little private study, or if I'm just reading on my own, I always have 4 things with me. 4 things. First of all, I have, of course, my pencil. It's a number 2 pencil, in case you want to know. Number 2 pencil. It doesn't have to be number 2 pencil.
You said you were doing something with Facebook?
Hold up. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like... Never mind.
He's talking with me right now and he can't hear me. Okay, and the second thing is I have my highlighter. You will know later on why I have a highlighter with me always. Third thing is I have this little notebook which I bought last October 6th, 2013. I don't know if you can read that. Yep, that's October 6th, 2013. And at first this was a book of like, I would write here all the stuff that I want to buy someday, like makeup, all those useless stuff. I mean, I'm still kind of like struggling between living a double life right now, but I'm really trying my best to become like a full-time Christian, you know, if that exists. But this is a notebook. I would write here all of my thoughts on the front page, and as you can see there's like a little bookmark here, but it's not really a bookmark because I just taped it. And it says on the bookmark, I don't know if you can see, Jesus first. Yeah, Jesus first. And in here I will write all of the notes that I would take in church and on Bible studies. And a lot of people know that I am such an intensive writer, as you may say, but as you can see, it started off here October 6th, 2013, and it has a label church. It's always like that every single time. And the next one, October 27th, church. My stepdad is a pastor, so we would go to his church every single time. So at first, okay, to be honest, okay, I'm going to say something right now. I want to be honest. At first, when my mom told me that she wanted to marry a man who is a pastor, at first I was like, oh my goodness, that means I'm obligated to attend church every single Sunday and even Bible studies. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be in church all the time. And then it's amazing how God changes your perspective. It's amazing how He changes your heart. Because now, because I always attend the Bible studies here in the university, InterVarsity, and I'm always like, is it Thursday yet? Am I gonna attend InterVarsity yet? Like, I'm always so excited, and I love my church family here. I'm like 6-7 hours away from home, but that doesn't keep me from attending church. Because at first I was like, I can't wait to get to college. That way no one's gonna tell me when and when not to go to church. But here I am, and I have an awesome church family. I have an awesome Bible study group family. So, got that going for me. As of now, I have like this much pages used. Yeah. Oh no, not that much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this much. Just this much. And the last one was from Thursday. It's March 20th, 2014, and that's from the InterVarsity Bible Study. So far, oh, and I also attended churches in Tennessee. We had the Remix in Tennessee, and that was for 3 days. It was so awesome. Oh my goodness. There were just like 2 Asians there, and the majority of them are all black people. No, actually 3 Asians, because one of the leaders was an Asian, and all of them were like black people. And I had a culture shock at first, but black people are fun, you know. They're more fun than any other race, or, as you might say, because they're so energetic, they're so funny. Oh my goodness, you don't even know, but I wasn't talking most of the time because I was so shy. I feel like they're gonna judge me or something like that. But no, I'm not saying that they're judgmental people. It's just my problem. Sometimes I feel like I have social anxiety, but I can't help it. So yeah, this is the third thing that I always have, because I always put my... Oh, I even have like notes, like my usual thoughts. I have like fearing a relationship with Carlos, which is my boyfriend. Thinking you won't get hurt and that you're protecting yourself is a lie. He is part of God's plan for you, and the devil is a liar. I'm gonna make another video about my boyfriend and I, about how God has been giving us signs that, oh my goodness, this is the one. Well, at least for me though, I don't know. But God has been so good to us, and I cannot thank Him enough, and for that I'm going to praise Him and worship Him forever and ever. So the last thing that I always bring with me is my Bible, of course. And most of you already know that this Bible was a gift from my boyfriend, and you will see here, hold up, to Malaya from Carlos Farada, and there's like an I love you there, and I taped his letter here because it came with the Bible inside. And I love this Bible because I love pink. And before I had, okay, I'm gonna show you my old Bible. I just got this from our church. This is like a really old Bible. It is a KJV Bible, and it's really huge and heavy, and I even like put bookmarks on it so I can easily find a book of the Bible. But I cannot understand this. For someone who lived her whole life in a third world country, who rarely spoke English. I mean, we spoke English in the Philippines, but not this kind of English, like, and when I saw that He delivered me not, I put my life in my hand, da, da, da. Oh my goodness, I cannot understand. I always have a difficulty in trying to understand the Bible, but I'm having more difficulties in reading King James Version. Oh my goodness. So I would rant on my boyfriend how I cannot understand the Bible. So he, as clever as he is, he bought me an NIV Bible, which is pretty awesome, but the only thing is it has really small prints. Like, look at that. I don't even know if the camera can focus with that, but it has small prints, but I love it because it's from him. And as I told you a while ago, my boyfriend and I would have like our own personal Bible studies We are currently in the midst of reading Jeremiah. Hold up. So this is what I would do whenever a verse would hit me like so hard. I would highlight it for future references, and I would like put notes on the side with my pencil. Hold up. I don't know if that will. Oh, okay. So I guess it won't. So I'm gonna show you like a good page where I wrote like, okay, something like that. And right now we are currently on Jeremiah 30, which is the restoration of Israel. So my boyfriend told me before that whenever he reads the Bible, he would always read 2 books at the same time, because you'll never know when you're gonna get a revelation. You never know when the 2 books are gonna be, or how the 2 books are gonna be connected. So that's what I do now, because thank you, Carlos, for telling me that. Just saying. Despite apart from our own Bible studies together, I would read a book on my own. So right now, I just actually finished Matthew last night. It was so amazing. There are times when you know some verses, when you're familiar with some verses, but you don't really understand the gist of it, like the true essence of it, you know? Just like I was reading Matthew, right? And it says in Matthew 19 verse 6, therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate. Oh my goodness, I knew about that verse before, but it never really hit me, and the first thing that came to my mind was my relationship. Oh my gosh, this is not your ordinary relationship. Just saying, I am so blessed. I cannot even reiterate how much God has blessed me with this life I have with my family, with my relatives, with this school, with this man with me. God has been providing for my life. Oh my goodness, like it. Also, isn't it, there's a part of the Bible, there's the table of contents that is like the traditional arrangement of the Bible. And there's also the alphabetical order. So what I would do with the alphabetical order is I would mark the books that I have finished reading. At first, I tried like following the Bible in 90 days reading schedule. It doesn't work for me. I did not understand the story of Genesis or the story of Exodus at all, because I could not understand it. I was trying to read fast because I was trying to keep up with the schedule. So I figured, why not randomly start with different like books of the Bible. But as you can see, I would put asterisk beside the books. I don't know if you can see. So I finished Genesis, Hebrews, James, Matthew, Romans, and I've also finished Ruth and what's Esther, I think. I finished those 2, but I don't really consider reading. No, I read those 2 in my Bible app in my phone, so I don't really consider that because I really want to like use this Bible for life. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is all this happened. How I grew as a Christian is a totally different story, but I just want to share it with you right now. So before, I would have like struggles. I hate crying in front of someone. I just want to say that right now. And if my mom is watching this right now, she would know. I don't even remember the last time I cried in front of her. And I always want people to think that I'm this strong person who can overcome anything that's going to be against me, and that is solely not true. Like, oh my gosh, there were times that I would cry every night on my bed because I was like, oh God, what do you want from me? Like, what is my purpose, you know? And so I hid that life like from some of my friends. I had friends who are so into theater, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I love theater, but I realized that I've been so much into theater that's kind of just all I thought about, you know? And I wouldn't talk to them about God. I didn't have any godly friends. My life basically just went like this. Wake up in the morning, say a little prayer. I always pray to God before and after going to sleep. I don't know. I don't know, but I would say a little prayer, and I would have a best friend communication with God. Like, I don't know if you would consider that a prayer. Most people would consider that a prayer, but I would just say, like, for example, I'm eating and I'm trying to be on my diet. I'd be like, oh my goodness, God, this is so good. I'm gonna eat. I don't even care about my diet. I would talk to him just like how I would talk to my best friend. But the thing is, the respect should always be there, just so you know. So it would always be like that, but the intimacy between me and God was not there. Here's the thing, whenever I would go to church, okay, I would go to my stepdad's church and I would just sit there and daydream for 2 hours. That's what I would do. Like, I didn't even bother taking notes at all. I would just sit there and I would do this, and then I would think about what am I gonna do after this. I would think like, who liked my pictures on Facebook? What am I gonna do in school? Like, when am I gonna hang out with Nicole or Laura, or my friends? So that is bad, just so you know. And if you're gonna be like that in church, you're never gonna grow in your Christian life. Just saying. So I'm warning you right now. Hold up. Yeah.
You're still on Facebook?
Yeah. Because I'm on Facebook. I didn't really have any Christian friends. I guess it depends on like what kind of people you meet along the way. So I was on Omegle, and this is funny. Oh my gosh, I was on Omegle because I would have like pranks and I would post them on YouTube and whatnot. And then I decided, why not give it a try? Like, why won't I just talk seriously with people, you know? So I tried it, and then I was so bored I kept on pressing the escape button, because you can press escape if you want to talk to the next person in line. And then there was this Spanish guy who looks like really serious about his life, and then I'm not sure how the whole conversation started, but he said that that night he was like, please don't press escape, you're cute. I don't remember that happening, but that he said that's what happened, so I guess that's what happened. So it wasn't, I didn't like him at first sight, nothing like that. I was just so bored, and he was trying to tell me that I'm cute, that I'm pretty and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm not really comfortable when people tell me that I'm pretty or cute, because I would have like second thoughts, you know, because there's a lot of people who are so much better than me, and that's been my mindset all along. And then we talked, and then I saw his Facebook, and his cover photo was like, God's not dead. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you a Christian? And he was like, yeah. And oh my gosh, this man turned out to be so in love with God. He told me about how he ministered to people and how, like, his whole walk with Jesus in his life. And it's amazing because I never thought that teenagers like me, well, he's not really a teenager, but he's a young adult. There are teenagers like me who are so on fire for God, and that it is kind of like the new in, you know?
I can't even hear you.
So I was like, what if I become yeah?
I can't even hear you.
Well, I'm not really talking, so anyways, long story short, I've been so much closer to God in the past 3 months of my life, and I love it. I love every single second of it, and I've had so many experiences, miracles from God. I don't know, honey. I don't know if you guys actually got something from this video, if you actually learned something, but I just want to share that. But from now on, I want to talk more about God and be a worship leader someday, or a Sunday school teacher. I don't know. But it's all about God's plan for me. He has a plan for me, I know that. And He has a plan for us. And I'm going to trust Him with all my heart. I'm struggling with doubts right now, so I don't want to doubt Him anymore. I am not ashamed of the gospel. Alrighty, guys. I will talk to you next time. God bless you.